Thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Libra might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. And in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is going to be for the month of February 2020, but keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whenever you might come across this reading, whether it's in a week or two, a month or two, even a year or so from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, if that energy is drawing you to watch it, then most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Libra and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any messages concerning our love life. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Libra for the month of February 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for the month of February 2020? Do this again. One more time. It feels good. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and divide these into three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the card on the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. Now this card is the overall energy for this reading. And even though wands represent fire, they are speeding through the air at a very fast pace, and so you have a lot of really quick energy coming into your life in the next week or so. So let's see how that's going to, what kind of energy that's going to be. Okay, but it's coming really fast. All right, so for those of you who are new, what I do is 4 columns. All right, and the first column represents you, what you may have recently gone through, what's just come to pass, what's going on now, things that are coming towards you. And the second column represents your partner, your twin flame, your soulmate, your divine counterpart, a karmic partner, an ex that you can't get off of your heart, maybe somebody you just met. Want to see where it goes. Whoever is the first person that you think of in the morning when you wake up, and the last person you think of when you go to bed at night. The third column is about inner fears, anxieties, challenges, obstacles, that type thing. And the fourth column represents outcome. Now, this is 8 cards. I've just laid out 2 cards in each column, and I'm going to do this 2 more times for a total of 24 cards. So by the time we reach the end of the reading, we should have a complete story. So in your column, we have the 9 of Pentacles as well as the 5 of Wands. So you may have recently gone through just a little bit of, I guess, the chaos, drama, bickering, name calling, that type thing. I don't feel like there's been a relationship that has currently been going on for a little while, but there was some kind of discord between you and the person that you feel most connected to of all. Although in your heart you have been, I don't want to say pining away, but you have been planning on this reconnection. You've been planning on a reconciliation with this person. Whatever these little petty dramas and arguing, they're just petty. They're not really anything that is worth a relationship ending over. But you've had your time to think about the future, what it is exactly you want. You want that stability of what the Pentacles represent. It represents earth signs. It represents loyalty, beauty, trust, especially when you have them connected with Libra. So let's go ahead, and in your lovers column we have the Tower as well as the Ace of Cups. So I'm seeing that this person is really, really missing you. They feel like, okay, yeah, we've been separated for a little while. We've had this disconnect. Everything is falling apart. But they really have this love that they're wanting to give you. They think about you a lot, and I'm feeling as if, you know, they are regretting some of the things that have happened to cause the separation or the distance between the two of you. And the Tower, when the Tower falls, it gives you that opportunity to completely rebuild the way that it should have been built in the first place. It's like a fresh start. But the love this person feels for you, it fills their heart and it overflows, and whatever has happened, they would rather be with you than be without you. All right, and vice versa. You pretty much feel the same way. So in the obstacles and challenges, we had the Ace of Swords reversed as well as the Nine of Swords. So where, you know, this separation has hurt you and brought about a lot of sleepless nights, where you have replayed this over and over and over in your mind, and you know, almost to the point that you may be feeling a little bit of depression. It's like it's affecting your life a little more than it should. Okay. And the outcome, we have the Knight of Wands as well as the High Priestess. Now, High Priestess is the number 2 in the major arcana, and it's always talks about decisions, making that best decision for everyone's greater good. I see that you're going to have this communication open up. This person that you've been separate from for a little while is going to reach out to you. They're going to come at you full force, as far as you know, making it very well known that you know, they realize that they terribly messed up a situation that could have been really, really beautiful, and that they are mourning your loss as well. And they've spent a lot of time in deep reflection realizing this. I really feel like they're going to reach out to you pretty soon. Okay, so now we're into the second column for you, and we have the King of Wands as well as Seven of Cups. In your partners, we have the World reversed and the Three of Cups upright. All right, and the obstacles and challenges, we have Eight of Swords as well as Three of Wands reversed. And in your outcome, we have the Moon as well as the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, so we see that, you know, even though this person is separate from you, other people may view you as if you are single, so you will be having other offers come in. You have to be careful what this other person, this King of Wands, is offering you. They, if you want to reconcile your differences with this other person that you have been separate from. So yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of attraction. They're going to see you as someone who has so much to offer, and you're not really seeing them as that, but don't become bored with the situation of waiting, okay? Either you wait for this person or you cut it all off and you move on, and that decision is only going to be up to you. Now, your person is feeling like their whole world is turned upside, literally turned upside down, that they have you know, through third-party situations, through maybe a connection that they have with a water sign, through alcohol, through different elements of partying and moving through, maneuvering through their life as they would. Their actions have really caused their world to turn upside down, whatever that might be. Now, as far as your obstacles and challenges, your love is in a situation where this is the Eight of Swords, and this represents a prison of sorts, a mental prison, can be a physical prison, but let's just hope it is a mental prison. This person is so consumed by their fears and anxieties that they're afraid to maybe step forward, just like she is blindfolded here and she can't see the big picture of what's going on around her, and she's really afraid to step forward because she doesn't know what's going to happen. Now, this could be a man or a woman. There's no gender in the tarot. And the Three of Wands, this person is totally unable to see forward into the future. If it were upright, they would be looking towards the future, planning for the future, excitedly thinking about all the things that are going to come about soon. But it's in reverse, and this person is like really, really stuck, as if there is absolutely nothing that they will do or can do at this time. So when we come to outcome, we have Moon as well as Six of Pentacles. Okay, so, you know, something really, really bad, some really bad things have happened, and, you know, they've come to light, and you know, you have every right to be angry, okay, and upset about these things, but whether you are going to let it control what's going on with you as far as your future, and, you know, have that decided for you. You're going to be made aware of it. You never ever want to feel like, you know, these little crumbs, like when this person decides to reach out towards you, you don't want to feel like you're just being tossed a bone there. You know, you want to be the person that's in the forefront of your lover's thoughts. Okay, so in your column, this is the third round here, we have the Hierophant as well as Page of Cups. I just love this when the star comes right after the Tower. In the tarot, the star always comes right after the Tower. And even though this talks about everything falling apart, this talks about brand new beginnings. So, okay, so that is your lovers. Your obstacles and challenges, Ace of Pentacles, and Strength. And in your outcome, we have the Devil as well as Five of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe this separation was a good thing. Okay. Maybe this person is just having a lot of regrets and they're reaching out, and it's too little too late. Okay. So let's go ahead with this reading. So there was a time you'd felt like this person was your everything, and you had seen them as the Hierophant. You had seen them as a potential marriage partner. They are now willing to reach out to you and communicate with you. And although you have these emotions where you're going to answer back, you're going to speak to them, whether it's text or emails or phone calls or whatever, but there's going to be some communication that's going on, and you know, you're going to feel a little fickle, like this fish, this in this cup here, and they're going to reach out to you, and your first emotions are to rush back in, or to you know, we talk about these wands here. Okay, you have to be really careful that you take your time and decide that a new beginning is actually really and truly what it is you want. Now, the Hermit talks about making those decisions again, and, you know, going over all the facts, and time for that self-reflection and deciding exactly what it is that you do want. It's what you're wanting, a whole brand new beginning. The Star talks about, you know, washing away the past, and having that bright future, and making yourself putting yourself out there, making yourself vulnerable, and opening yourself up to brand new beginnings. You just have to be careful because there's a lot of wands and a lot of swords in this reading. So you have the Ace of Pentacles as well as strength in your obstacles and challenges. So you have to remember that your main objective and your main goal is that you want this love, you want the structure, you want the stability. You also want passion and joy and happiness. You're, being a Libra, you are not someone who is up for everyday bickering and arguing, and you may have to draw on that inner strength to sustain yourself through this time, and decide that you don't really want to move backwards, especially when you have the Devil and the Five of Swords as your outcome. Now, this person obviously has had some issues with drugs, alcohol, codependence, narcissist, bipolar, any of those little labels that everybody understands what they mean, where they've played mind games with you and, played one person after the other. It was very well. Hey guys, sorry about that. That was Walmart. My groceries were delivered. It's so wonderful. Never have to leave the house. Okay, so we're going to go back and talk about this Devil and this Five of Swords. Okay, so you can go back to this person that this Devil card is representing, and they're going to have you so confused and twist you up, and they can be deceitful and deceptive, and quite frankly have y'all torn up. They have you in a place like when we have these little cards over here with this Six of Pentacles. They have you feeling so grateful that they're even paying you any attention at all. Even though when you're together, being a Libra, you try to smooth things over and you try to make things work. They're not appreciative of that, and you will find that they are very, very manipulative and deceptive, and that there probably is some third-party situations that are going on. When somebody does a lot of drugs and they do a lot of alcohol and things like that, their judgment isn't always the best, and it lowers their inhibitions, and sometimes it gets them into precarious situations with third parties. But that absolutely isn't anything that you want to revisit. So you need to, do you really want to go back and date the Devil again? I wouldn't think so. Anyway, there's too many beautiful and enlightened people out there who view you as someone who could potentially be a loving, affectionate, and faithful partner. Don't keep giving your heart away. Even if this is a twin flame situation where the two of you have to be separated for a while and keep coming back together, and until one person or other person or both people are on the same level and become counterparts again. You don't have to undergo emotional abuse or physical abuse or make yourself exposed to STDs and things like that. That's never, ever, ever a good situation. But this person is definitely, during this situation, is seeing you as someone that they absolutely regret letting go. All right, Libra. So that is your reading for February 2020. And I love you guys, and thank you so much for everything and all of your subscribes, your likes, your shares, your comments, and all of your very, very generous donations. It means so much to me, and I am so, so grateful, more than you guys ever know. And I will see you guys here soon in another week or so for your February mid-monthlies. All right. Bye-bye. Have a great night. I love you.